Let me name some countries that is fully controlled and dominated by Islam. I start with Oman, Qatar, Iran, Iraq, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. Several parts of the Asian countries are being dominated by Islam. Can anybody tell me or mention to me any Christian dominated country? Do we have any Christian controlled and dominated countries in the world? There are several Islamic dominated countries that I didn't even mention. Turkey is Islamic dominated. Even in Israel, that the Christians are supporting, going by the war that is happening right now, some Christians in my country are supporting Israel, thinking that Israel is a Christian nation, unknowing to them that Israel is far from being a Christian nation. Israel is a Jewish nation. Even the population of Muslims in Israel outnumbers the Christians in Israel. We have about 11% of the population of Israel as a Muslim. Meanwhile, we have just 1.5% as the numbers of Christians that we have in Israel. So they say, because I am not religious, I'm neither a Muslim nor a Christian, but when they say Islam is the biggest and the fastest growing religion in the world, it is nothing but a fact. The fact proves that beyond reasonable doubt. Can anybody come up with Christian dominated country? Maybe Italy. I'll pick that. Italy is Christian dominated. If you mention US, I can tell you the numbers of Muslims you have in US is equally very high. So you cannot really distinguish. You cannot compare the numbers of Christians in Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Iraq, Iran to that which you have in US or UK. The numbers of Muslims in UK is as high, if not equal, to the numbers of Christians you have there. So due to Canada, it is so everywhere. So Islam is the biggest and the fastest growing religion. And do you know why it is so? The leadership of the Christians are prioritizing collection of money from their members, which they use in building schools and buying private jets. This is their only interest. Meanwhile, the Islamic leadership are building Islamic banks and other institutions which they use in supporting and helping their own religious practitioners. This is the truth. The Muslims build Islamic banks where they give loans to their Muslim faithfuls, and this loan attracts no interest when paying back. This is the best way to show love. This is the best way to show humanity. But the only thing I would beg the leadership of Islam is to stop all these your jihadist boys that are unaliving people, that find pleasure in blood sucking, in taking lives. Discourage this act. You claim your religion is religion of peace. Practice peace, and people ordinarily will buy into your idea of religion. Why the Christians prioritize money collection, taxes, which the preachers use for their self and their family, as against building institution. Even those of them that are building schools, their members are unable to attend the schools they build, and that's as a result of a high school fees they impose on these schools. So if Islam can build schools, hospitals, banks, and make it so affordable to people, people will begin to join Islam, and Islam will grow even faster than he has already been. This is just a fact, and this is not me taking side with any religion. This is me stating the obvious. I know some people do not like when the truth is said, but this is the reality. Christians may not like this, but give it a thought and you will see the reality. And remember, there is no organization that is as divided as the Christians. Look at the Muslim. They are very united. They are doing things to help their members, their fellow believers, to help them out of poverty. This is not to say they have successfully removed their members from poverty, but at least building an Islamic bank where you give loans to Muslims, loans that are not repayable back with interest. Do Christians have things like this in place? Christians are prioritizing collection of tithe, building their own business centers. Meanwhile, Muslims are fighting towards taking countries are dominating those countries. Hence, we have numbers of countries fully dominated and controlled by Islam. And same cannot be said about the Christians.